Goddamn.
Are we rolling?
I will be starting my OnlyFans today.
Is this camera on me?
Could you close the door, please, and lock it? Because we got a creep rolling around in this bitch. Finna get crunk. Oh, wait, I gotta start.
Finna get crunk. Eyebrows on fleek. The fuck? Hey, y'all.
Hey, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Mind, Body, and Mind. How was everybody's week?
Are we vibing?
I'm vibing.
Are you asking me that?
Yeah. Because, every other episode I'm like, does your week suck? Mine sucks. But, we're vibing this week.
Well, it's only Tuesday, so I can't really complain. Actually, I can complain.
Sure.
I'm not going to.
Well, that's great.
Okay, this week we're drinking Chateau Saint Michelle.
Oh my God, you guys remember
Riesling. It's sweet Riesling, actually. So, story behind this. I was on TikTok this one time, and this was right when I became an adult and I was sick of drinking barefoot. And I went on TikTok if you like barefoot, such and such, what should you drink? And this came up. Actually, it was a slew of them. But this was my favorite one out of the bunch. So, I picked the last two. I think next week and
It's my
week after you're going to have to.
Okay.
This is a white
I
wine.
had picked a wine, and they said that their Target doesn't fucking sell wine. So I'm going to have to do some digging, some other kind of digging. I missed you guys. Truly. Wow.
Oh, I got a message.
So are we not giving Reese a cup then?
We are. There's still enough for him to have some. He don't even like wine.
That nigga drink whatever we give him.
Okay, so I feel like we should have been doing this from the beginning, telling them the alcohol concentration. So this one is 10.5.
What was the last one?
12. Yeah. 12. Last week's rosé was 12%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sit this right here. All right. You cheers in?
Yes. Cheers. Cheers. Clink.
Love it.
No, that's actually kind of good.
What do you think, Grace? It's wine.
It's just not a wine person.
It's actually not that bad.
I told you.
It's
It's
really
really
nice.
nice.
It's actually really cute.
Wow.
It's a cute little taste. So our today's topic is dating with kids.
Yikes.
But we're not gonna jump into that head first. We're gonna give you guys a quick fucking play with me.
Okay.
Oh shit, Sissy is ready. She got one? You got one?
Okay. So, as we all know, I just had a birthday. I'm now 24.
Kobe.
Yikes, my Kobe year. But, okay, so my quit fucking playing with me is, it's a twofold. If you're invited to somebody's birthday festivities, do not wait until the day before, or the day of to tell them that you're not coming. Now, shit happens. So, emergencies, family emergencies, shit like that, cool. But you know you ain't have no money 6 days ago. Because payday ain't till next week. So, you being broke is not an excuse. You weak ass bitch. Second,
That was very specific. Whoever that was for, I hope you caught it.
it was for a slew of people. Okay? Also, yeah, birthdays are just fucking weird. Y'all like to expect a lot of energy from people and not give the same energy. So from this moving forward, it's fuck y'all niggas.
Follow me, O's. Period.
But everybody that did take the time out of their lives to celebrate my birthday and tell me happy birthday, I love y'all. Everybody else?
Heavy on it.
Sidebar. The Barbie movie just came out, right?
Yes, when are we going to see it? We gotta
Sometime
go see
soon.
it later this week.
Yeah. Realistically, tomorrow could be the day, but I want to get in the pool.
How we gonna get in the pool, bitch? We're not even gonna talk about this on camera.
We just go upstairs and knock on that white man's door and be like,
We're not walking
I
out.
left my keys in there again. I'm so sorry.
He's not gonna take that
It's
story
okay,
twice.
guys.
It's 2 days in a row.
So
He's not
what?
gonna take that story twice.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all are familiar, but Facebook be having them games where you click it and it tells you shit. So they have this one circulating which Barbie you are. right? I click that shit.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy? The Barbie's like this. That's her and every
This is the Barbie I got. So I put...
Very accurate.
Please check the comments. This is what I put in the comments.
Literally. Like, no, but seriously. Insert clip of Miracle putting her middle finger up in every picture she has.
Oh my god.
Yo.
That is so funny because it really is me. I always have my middle finger up. I don't know why.
We actually had that problem when we were filming something earlier, and Sissy just couldn't put her middle finger down. I don't understand.
Why would I do that?
Just flipping a bird every day.
But why? So, that's my quit fucking play with me. Just be considerate.
Yeah.
How hard is it to just be like, oh shit? I don't know why that stopped recording and where it stopped recording at, but that was weird.
I don't know. Hopefully we didn't miss too much.
Just be considerate. Like, you know, that's all. That's my quit fucking play with me. What about you?
I had a couple, but like I'm trying to figure out, because I feel like I've said it already that my boyfriend is a fucking tornado.
Mm-hmm.
And he's ruining. You know what? Michael fucking play with me. So I wanted a big nigga so bad, and I'm not saying he's fat. He's not fat. He's just tall. He's like 6'3", probably like 240. Like he's a strong nigga.
He's 240.
It's all muscle too. It's not even like he don't got
He
no
do
gut
not
or
look
nothing.
240.
Yeah, it's all muscle.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But because it's all muscle, this nigga eats like he's never eaten a meal ever in life. Like, I'm talking about my fucking cabinets give empty within days. I just went grocery shopping last week. I don't have no bread. Motherfucker ate me out of a whole loaf of brioche bread is gone. A whole loaf of regular bread is gone. My eggs, I had like 2 things of eggs. My eggs are about to be gone. Like, coffee, this nigga run through coffee like water. My juice is always empty.
Bro, that is one thing
I don't ever have no leftovers. Like, I cook, it's leftovers for another day, and that's a wrap. Like, I used to have leftovers for the week.
Yep.
This
Juice
nigga,
is one thing that will not stay in my house.
he is eating me out of a house and a home.
Yes. You want the big nigga, bitch.
I just don't understand. Why are you so hungry, sissy? What's the problem?
And niggas be eating 3 times a day.
No, serious. And then
more like
audacity,
6.
And then have the audacity to be like, I don't know what I want for dinner. Like, just make something. You said you didn't want fried chicken. I'm not about to sit here and spend my hard-earned time on in front of the stove.
That's just not a my nigga thing. You do that shit all the time. Oh, I don't want to put no thought into it. I just want to come home and food's done. Okay.
But I'm not about to cook nothing for you not to eat it. So I'm not going to waste my goddamn time. You better
That's
figure out
what
what
we ain't doing, motherfucker.
Because I may not have been raised poor, but I was raised with a little struggle. So we ain't throwing no food away around here. You will eat this chicken, bitch. I promise you.
You're not going to say that to him?
No, I'm not. This motherfucker woke up at 12:30. Was like, "Can I have some breakfast?" And I surely did take my motherfucking ass and make that. She moseyed on into the kitchen. I sure did. Turn my speaker on and all that. I was jamming.
I ain't cooked for nobody in a minute.
He's the only person I cooked for.
I ain't cooked for myself in a minute.
I made myself breakfast because I made him breakfast, and I was like, I was trying to make myself an omelet, but it did not go well. It turned into a scramble. It was still good as fuck though.
When's the last time I cooked?
Damn, what's he thinking? Not thinking. A couple episodes ago, we just said you cook every night.
Yeah, I ain't been cooking.
I've
been going home and getting in the bed.
It's because he ain't been.
Probably.
I
I'll be hungry. You leave it up to me. I'll eat a granola bar and go to sleep.
We have eating disorders. Please don't listen to her. She's in therapy. Don't worry.
My therapist told me that a granola bar is good enough. So
for a snack, bitch. She didn't say for dinner.
She said if all you eat in a day is a granola bar, that's a start. It's better than nothing. That's what Cynthia told me.
Cynthia, me and you are gonna have some words. Because this bitch needs a sandwich. A granola bar ain't it. A burger even. A hot dog maybe.
Ooh, Five Guys.
If I had some money.
Bro, that shit is so expensive.
For no reason. Why the fuck is a burger $5.30? $5.30
Just
for
for
a
yourself
burger.
alone, a burger, fries, and a drink.
That's like
If
a
you
$12
want to
meal.
feel froggy and get a milkshake, easy $20.
Easy. 18.
Don't want no bacon on your burger.
Girl, that's a $25 meal right there. Imagine.
Yeah.
Well.
So we're talking about dating with kids today.
So I am the parent. She is the partner. What is it like being the partner versus being the parent? We're gonna start with the partner.
I feel like we should start with the parent.
You want to start with the parent? You motherfuckers are wilding. That's what I have to say about it. You're fucking wild. You know what? But you're not all the way wrong, though. I'll say it. You're not all the way wrong. Wait, who's
wilding?
The partner. Okay. Y'all are wilding, but you're not wrong.
Okay. What's wilding? Like, what
wilding is, so in the very beginning of me and my boyfriend's relationship, I'll be very transparent with you guys. He was very team, fuck that nigga. Like, we don't need him. Like, that nigga is not doing his job. Like, let's just say fuck him. And I was like, really fighting for him. Like, no, like, he's trying to be a dad. Like, let's let him be a dad. I don't need you to take over. I just kind of need you to play your role. Yeah. And, as the partner, you don't always know what your role is.
Right.
And I'm an independent woman. I had my own place already. I was paying my own bill. So he wasn't kind of walking into the situation like, oh, well, this is where she needs me. This is what she needs me to do. Like, he was kind of like, what do you want me to, like, where do you need me? And I'm just like, I don't need you to do anything. I just want you. Like, I love you. I just want you in my life. Type shit. But, mind you, my baby daddy was doing extra shit. He was saying stuff. He was, doing the little internet situation. So my boyfriend was very much like, it's going to be a problem. If you don't get something together with this nigga, if you don't get it, like, straightened out, it's going to be an issue.
Right.
And at the time, I was trying to, be friendly with my baby dad. I was trying to keep things cordial, a little bit more than cordial. Actually, I wanted us to be some sort of a family without it disrespecting my relationship. But my baby father could not separate the two. So if we were cool, he was flirting. And when we weren't cool, he was giving me like, fuck you, you're an insufficient parent, and, all this, just pulling shit out of the clear blue sky, child. We all know what the fuck is going on here. But, but now that, things have kind of transpired the way that they have, and I have decided to, create real boundaries between me and my baby father, things are definitely a lot smoother, but they're not exactly how I want them to be. So you're not wrong that there should be real boundaries, but I didn't want it to be the way that it is. I don't want it to be animosity, and it is.
Animosity only comes when you're not over the person.
Well, I don't really think, like, I don't have animosity towards him like that, but, like, it's more so, like,
he got animosity.
Yeah, like, I'm not feeling the way he treats me. That's where my grievances come in. Like, I need you to respect
his grievance is that you moved on.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's literally the biggest issue.
That's the issue.
Then I have a new boyfriend. He hates it.
Yeah. So I would say as a partner.
Let's take a pause for that one.
I think that, like, for me, because this is the first time I'm dealing with somebody who has a child.
My boyfriend too.
It is a learning curve. Because there are things that I want. There are things that I want to be involved in. There are things that I want to have a say in that I really technically don't get that luxury.
Give me an example. Because you might not be wrong. Like I said, you might be wildin', but you might not be wrong.
No, and I wouldn't say necessarily want to have a say in. So, like, very recently, the baby turned 1. And I come from being around people where, one, no matter how small and intimate it is, you do it big. Like, we did it with your baby.
Yeah.
I did it with my niece. I did it with, like, babies that I've been around. And having conversations and then just being like, well, we might, I don't know. What?
Right.
You got all year to plan this shit. Like, this baby's only turned 1 once. Like, what
Literally.
the, where we going to Chuck E. Cheese? Like, we need a fucking pavilion. Like, what the fuck is that? My niece's first birthday, we rented out a whole, like, event hall. Sissy sat in the middle of the fucking party, but we had food and, like, it was a big thing. So, like, I want to be more included, but it's hard because the other parent doesn't want that. And you have to respect their wishes. But I also believe at the same time, comfortability comes with conversation.
I agree.
So if we all were able to sit down, have a conversation, and get to know each other and get to know the situation, things would look a lot differently.
I agree.
And same thing with your situation.
Yeah.
Like if your baby father ever got to a point where he would be able to sit down and have a conversation with the both of y'all,
he would be happy. And that's the shit that pisses me off. Like, he doesn't want to get to know the person that I'm in a relationship with now. So,
and I think that's how my man's baby mom feels.
Like, she's just kind of like, this bitch might not even be around tomorrow, so I'm not going to waste my time. And to a degree, I'm not going to lie, as the parent, I would probably feel that way about his girlfriend too. But if he relayed to me that, you know, I'm really serious about this girl, like, I'm thinking that I might marry her one day, like, I want you to have a conversation with her, I would entertain it.
In my opinion, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He shouldn't have to come to you and say, I think I might marry her one day. It don't matter. If this is who I'm dealing with right now, this is who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, but who you're
now,
dealing with
I think
now might not meet our daughter. So.
No, I'm saying until you are confronted with a different bitch every week, that first bitch, you don't have to know if they're going, like, if they see obviously they see a future if you want them to be around their baby. I would hope.
Well, that would be the beginning of the conversation.
Like, right. I would hope that it would be on some shit where, like, I see a future with this person. But even still, if that man has not said, okay, I see a future with this one. Okay, I see a future with this one. Okay, I see a future with this one. Then what are you going off of?
Well, for me, it's always breaking the barrier of me and meeting them. Because before... Like,
what is that? To who are you to say, like, there needs to be a time limit? Or...
We had that discussion when we first broke up. The time limit was 6 months. I've obviously broken that. But, I broke it not because I was just, so infatuated. Because, like I told you guys, I didn't get to the honeymoon stage until very, very recently. But it was just the amount of seriousness. Like, me and him have had serious conversations about what it's going to look like moving forward. And I like where his head's at. So, if you're planning your life with me and my daughter included, then you need to be...
That, to me, I feel like is the hard part. Because when you're dealing with somebody with children or a child or whatever the situation is, you have to make room in your life for said child. That's very hard to do if the other parent is not okay with you being around that child.
Yeah, and he's told me that my baby father saying that to him, like, really shook him up.
Like, my man's child's mother has said, like, I don't want our son around that girl until he can talk. And for a hot minute, I felt it. Like, I understand because you want your child to be able to say, like, this ain't right, or I didn't like
or
this.
Or so-and-so's fucking with me.
Or, like, Sissy be pinching me, and...
or she locked me in the closet with no lunch today.
Like, yeah, she's a fucking weird... I don't know, like, what the fuck you kids be saying? Like, I don't like her. But, like...
What your son be saying.
Exactly. Like, when my dad's not around, she pinches me. Like, I don't know.
She said I wasn't her son.
She told me, fuck your mom. Like, I don't know. But I also feel like if you have a conversation with the other party involved, that alleviates all the animosity. Yeah, like, if me and her were ever to sit down, I would say to her, sis, I'm never going to pinch your baby. Like, it's never going to happen.
I'm never going to put that thing in the corner, I promise you.
Ever.
I'm going to just call you to come
I'm never, and I think, like, the, like, not wanting to have your child around the partner stems from, like, low-key, like, not wanting to be replaced. And so I've always taken a stance of, I'm not here to replace you. I'm never going to be this child's mom. Ever. Even if we get to a point where me and this man get married, I'm stepmom. I'm not mom.
I'm number 2 forever.
And I'm cool with that.
Said that. He was just like, now that I'm on the other side of it and we've had conversations, like, and I've had conversations with, like, my OGs about it, I understand now that she is all he has. Like, that she is all he's working for, she's all he's living for, and I don't want to X him out, because the way that me and my boyfriend's relationship is set up, it's so easy for us to just be like, okay, fuck him. We could just up and move, and he could like never really see her again.
Right.
And knowing that we willed the power to have him X'd out, we don't take advantage.
Yeah.
Because I personally don't want to do that to my daughter or him. And he doesn't want, like, he just doesn't want that karma. Like, I don't want to replace a man if he wants to be your father.
I never really thought about it on the sense of, like, I'm here to be, like, a replacement. For me, it's such a big part of my man's life. Mm-hmm. Like, you are a father.
Yeah.
So, no matter, like, how much time we spend together without your child, you're still a father. It doesn't matter. Every day. At the end of the day, like, she could call you right now. You need to go and be, like, and I have to respect that. Mm-hmm. But it's such a big part of his life that I don't have not a hand in, but I don't have access to because she don't want it.
So, I'm going to speak as the parent. Mm-hmm. And not as a bitter one. I am very, very pro all of us be a big happy family. But it's very heartbreaking for me to watch my boyfriend fall in love with my daughter and know that he has to put his arm up. Like, he has to keep her at arm's length because it's hurting him. Yeah. To have moments with her and then know for it to replay in the back of his mind that my baby father doesn't want them to be cool. Doesn't want them to have these special moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hard.
Yeah, but it don't even have to be interaction. Like, I want to buy the baby some clothes. And that's the thing. How often I be in the store? The fucking baby clothes are cute as fuck. I be in the store like, wow, this would be so cute. What size is he? Could you just let me buy this and give it to her and say you want it?
Just say you want it. But that's like...
Buy clothes, fucking... I be seeing shit all the time now. I be wanting to, like, this would be cute. This would be fun for you to take them to. This would be like... I feel like I'm that type of person. Like, I love kids. I've always loved kids. Like, and so to me, whatever they got going on in their situation or dynamic, it's never the kid. The kid didn't ask to be here. Mm-hmm. So I would never take it out on the child. Right. Like, I'm not the type of person but this is also shit that you get when you have a conversation.
You have to get to know the person that is around. That's my thing. Like, but I would, if my baby father started dating today, I would want to know who the fuck the bitch is because you're not gonna have no bozo influencing my daughter.
Bro, that's me all day.
If that bitch don't have a good head on her,
the moment you come to me and say like I'm in a relationship, like this is my girlfriend now. This is no longer like I'm dating around. This is my girlfriend.
Right.
I want to know who the bitch is.
Yes. Set it up. What's her number?
Give me her number. I'll set it up. Fuck you, nigga. We don't need to be. You don't need to be there. What's good?
For real. Yeah, and I'll pay for it and all that. Like, we have a whole conversation. I'm never the type of bitch to set nobody up. I'm never gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna beat that bitch's ass and I see her. None of that. We can have a glass of wine at a bar. We can talk.
Girl, you could come to the house. You want to see the house that your kid is gonna be in?
You're way better than me.
Walk through.
Bitch don't need to know where I live at. But we can actually have a conversation.
Girl. I stay ready, so I don't gotta get ready. We didn't already talk about that.
She got a gun at home. I don't have one of them.
I mean.
I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. Because I dealt with something similar.
Wait, guys. Reese is asking a question.
I'm
about to go give him the mic.
I feel like the phone can hear him.
You gotta get the mic. When you were pregnant with your daughter, were you in a relationship when you were pregnant?
Yes.
We were with your baby's dad?
Yes.
And did you feel supported in your pregnancy by your baby?
Yeah. He's always been a father. He hasn't always been a boyfriend, but he's always been a father. Which is why I give him the respect. Yeah. Like, and I made my boyfriend give him the respect because he may not be a good person, he may not be a good partner, but he's always been a dad.
Yeah.
And if that's the avenue that he wants to strive in, I'm never gonna.
I feel like it's for me too. Like, it's never no like animosity or no weird shit towards his child's mother. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can't wrap my head around the decision she makes, but I also don't know how it feels to be her in a situation, which is something that we talked about in the last episode. Like, you never know how it feels to be that person in that situation. So, I mean, I could be sitting back like, damn, that is kind of weird. Like, I wonder why she made the decision, but at the end of the day, I don't know her thought process. Yeah. But I also feel like, and this is just like a woman to woman thing, I think women are more comfortable letting their baby be around and with people if there's another woman there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust my man with that baby either.
That's crazy. She said that
I'm
on
just
candid
kidding.
camera.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
I would trust him. But, like, I don't know. I feel like you think about men having a kid, like, you gonna sit this baby down and go get on the game? Like,
agree. My baby
what
father
are
was
you
not
gonna
always
do?
good at it. Let's
Yeah.
keep it 100.
But I also feel like you gotta give men the space to
He has to
learn.
learn how to be a dad.
Just
and
like
my
you
stepmom
learned.
told me that.
Like, women, we push a baby out and have to learn how to be a mom like that.
And some of it is instinct and some of it is trial and error.
Yeah, literally.
But for men, there is no instinct. Like, they just have to do it. And they have to learn how they do it. And every father is different.
A lot of the mistakes that women make are behind closed doors, too.
For sure.
So, because you spend a lot of, you have a lot of,
and niggas don't know you're wrong, so there's nobody to call you out. Like, bitch, why you do it like that?
Exactly.
No shade, but we're gonna keep it real as fuck on this podcast.
But I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like as I get older, I always err on the side of communication.
Absolutely.
Communication can take things in a completely different direction. And between both parents and then partners involved. Mm-hmm. Because at some point you're going to move on too, if you haven't already. Mm-hmm. And so as a mother, and this is something that me and Talia talk about too, because Talia is a single mom. She's now in a relationship. And she says to me, like, dads don't have, like, it's not the same. No. So you decide, you as a mother, you have the baby full time, you have a boyfriend, you get to decide when the baby is around the boyfriend. The dad don't have no reign in that.
It was a slippery slope. Y'all.
Okay.
It was a slippery slope.
And but it's not the same for him. If he wanted to have your baby around somebody, you would expect him to bring it to you.
I would. But I also brought it to him. Yeah. I didn't just throw my baby in my man's face. Like, it was never that. It was never that. They didn't even really start interacting until Quentin and my baby father had a conversation at least. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't. And not even just because of what my baby father was saying. I've never just listened to that nigga. No. It was more so like I wasn't comfortable with it. Like, even now when they do be having, you know, their cute little moments, like, I kind of have to take a step back and be like, whoa, you know, that they're bonding. Mm-hmm. And she's getting used to him. Like, she knows.
I think that's my fear.
Back, you know?
Whenever that line is crossed, because I loved kids so much, I am fearful of the relationship not then working out. Because now I have an attachment to your child.
Yeah.
And it's fuck you, nigga. But I still want to see that motherfucker. Like, I still want to see that baby. I still want to be there. I still want to Christmas. What do you need? What the fuck do you need for his birthday? Like, I'm that person. Whether I'm with you in a relationship or not, I still have a relationship with this child.
She absolutely is.
So, like, what? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. What? That has been, and so, like, I've had conversations with people because, again, this is my first time dealing with somebody who's in a relation or who has a child. And I have conversations with people about, like, the timeline, like, what everybody's timeline looks like. Mm-hmm. And I've asked, like, people, other friends, other people. And I haven't rushed it. Like, I have had conversations, like, me and him have been together for a year at this point. And people are like, oh, you haven't met the baby? Like, why not? Like, I'm not rushing that shit.
She hasn't met him because of BM. It has nothing to do.
I think it's a little bit of both. If he really wanted it to happen, it would happen.
But you know how that dynamic is, so I don't think that he would cross. That's the line that he doesn't want her to cross. So I don't think that he would cross it first.
I'm a firm believer in if she crossed it, he would never know.
For sure. I don't think she would ever be honest enough to be like, yeah, so-and-so is around her.
I don't owe you that. Like, my nigga could be sleeping in the bed with us every night.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it there.
I mean, I wouldn't either, but there are people that take it there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing.
And not to say that she would, but, like, there are people that take it there. There are people that my nigga picked us up and took us to ice cream. What you gonna do about it? Took us to the movies. Took us to the mall. Like, you feel me? She don't owe him that.
She doesn't. But I also feel like if we're trying to maintain good co-parenting, we should be honest. Because you don't have to say exactly what you're doing, but things are happening. Yeah. You know, we're spending time together as a trio. That's what you know. Yeah. No disrespectful shit. You're still her father, but we're doing things. We're having fun.
I just, again, you're on the side of communication.
Literally.
Having fucking conversation.
You can't go wrong.
That's weird. Like, that is the base. Anything especially in that dynamic, anything can be solved with a conversation. What are your intentions? Period. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not gonna hold you. Like, when we first got together, I had a couple conversations. So like, my background, I was the built-in babysitter. Like, whenever growing up, whenever somebody had a kid, they dumped it on my foster parents, and then it got dumped on me. Mm-hmm. So like, when I say I've raised a lot of children, I'm talking honestly pushed through out and went to work. Like, she had to. Like, yeah. And that's a very real thing. And so I feel like we were very blessed in that Honesty was able to get a shift that was after school, and I could go home and tend to the baby and like, you know. But I had Drew from like even Drew will say, Honey, you raised me for like the first 3 years of my life. And I'm like, yeah, I did. But that's how it was for a lot of the kids that I was around. And so I always knew that I wanted to have children. Like, I still say it, I want to have 5 kids. But I love children. Like, yeah. I love them. And so I don't know, I just feel like in the beginning I felt like, you know, what is this even gonna look like? Like how, because again, I've never done this before. But like, he's like, I don't fucking know, this is my first kid.
And as the parent, I had the same.
Yeah, like, I don't even fucking know.
Because my boyfriend was like, what do you want it to look like? What is the vibe? And I'm like, first of all, I've never had anybody. Mm-hmm. You're like the third person I've talked to, mm-hmm. second person I've dated seriously since my breakup. So
and I was the first.
Yeah.
So it was him. It was her, and then immediately, not immediately. He took some time, and it was me. He didn't talk to anybody in between.
I never thought about my daughter having a stepdad. Like, I genuinely thought that my dating life and her life would be separate for a very long time.
I still believe that he feels that way. I still believe that he feels that way. Like, I think that he feels like keeping both of them separate is a thing.
Yeah, but also in a father's standpoint, he doesn't have his son all the time. So it's easier for him to keep those worlds separate.
That's true.
He actually has to put work in for those things to merge.
But there's going to become a point where there's a schedule, mm-hmm. and there are going to be days and times in which you retrieve the child and keep them for periods of time, whether it be hours or days. And so, going back to what I said earlier, like, as the person dating the person with a child, you make room. So, I have a home. I'm intentionally making space in this home for his child. His child might not come over tomorrow, but there's going to be a point in time, if we continue to be in a relationship, where his child is going to spend nights. He's going to need somewhere to be.
Mm-hmm. That's not our room. And I love that. Like, hearing that as a parent, like, I wish she would sit and have a conversation with you, because I don't think that she would have any reason to be.
That's supposed to be my office. And I'm making it a room for you.
Yeah, she took my fucking room.
All right, bitch.
So it is what it is.
But like, I don't know. I feel like it goes back to like not fully being over the situation.
I agree. I mean, from my standpoint, that's exactly what it is. Like, he's just not ready for it to be never.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, I don't think it's necessarily like I want to be together right now, but it's like, damn. And they were together forever. Yeah. So to see that person move on is like, damn, I didn't think that was going to happen.
I didn't think you were going to do it for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought you were going to date, maybe fuck around, but I didn't think that you were going to really commit and sit down with somebody and be like, yeah, this is my person.
Yeah.
I agree. It sucks, but if you make the decision for it not to be what it was, you just got to sit with what it is.
Mm-hmm.
No shade. Mm-hmm. But to finish what I was saying before, as the parent, in regards to knowing what the situation would look like, is she checking my cup?
No, I was checking to see what type of charger this is, because it's died. And I'm hot.
I think it actually fell out. I put it up.
Yeah, no, but it's like this little baby charger.
Oh,
it's like the...
I don't know what the situation would look like. I told him whatever his stepfather vibes are, like, just take it day by day. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever you're spending time with her and you see a boundary, set it. But I'm never going to put boundaries. I mean, the obvious ones, don't be inappropriate.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you want to love on her to whatever extent you want to love on her, then love on her. I'm never going to, put my foot down in the middle of that. It is what it is. But I've never sat and thought about what my daughter having a stepfather would look like because I did not plan that when I had a baby.
Yeah. I think that's a conversation that me and my man have had. Like, in his mind, he thought that they were going to get back together.
I didn't think we were going to get back together. I didn't think we would break up.
No. Like, you obviously don't think you're going to break up, and then when you break up, you're like, okay, maybe this is just like a little bit. We might
the
be.
First month,
we might.
a month or two.
Mm-hmm. And then he was like, oh shit, like we're really like, and so we had a little bit of rift because we started dealing with each other while she was still pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't forthcoming with that information. He didn't tell me like when we first started dealing with each other. And that caused a little bit of turmoil between the two of us because I was like, again, I always err on the side of communication. Had you have told me like in the beginning, I would have been able to decide, okay, maybe I want to deal with him, maybe I don't. But you waited and told me like essentially when I started loving you, like
made sure I was locked in.
Facts. But initially I felt like, you know what, fuck this, I'm not doing this. I've always said I was never going to deal with somebody with children because the stereotypical like baby mom, baby dad shit just is too much.
And I live under that thumb real bad. It's so hard to prove to people that I really have boundaries. I'm really not fucking that nigga. I don't miss him. I don't want to be with him behind closed doors. I don't think about it. Like, and I have said I'm not gonna retract what I said the first episode. I have sat and thought about what my life would look like if I had tried again. But that doesn't mean that I want to be with him. That's never the issue. Would it be easier? Yes, but that's not what I want. So that's not what it is.
Yeah. But that's also a hard day or two.
Is it? Is that from trauma though? Like as a child of coming from a broken home?
No, just as the partner, hearing that you have you picture your life or you think about what your life would look like if y'all were still together. It's like, But I'm not naive. Like I know, and I've said to him before, like I need you to make sure that this is a closed door, because I don't have time for you to wake up in 2 years and be like, I want my family.
No, the chapter's closed.
But I also feel
if
like
my boyfriend is. I know you're watching. The chapter is closed. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Unanimously.
Yeah. That's all. I mean, that's a fear of mine. Even still.
But I think that never goes away as a partner. I don't think. Like until we probably get married, will he ever really just be like?
I don't even think it's taking marriage. I think you could still be thinking that shit.
You think so?
Do you think you would, if your partner told you sooner, do you think you would, if the outcome would be different? Because my situation was completely different than both of the ones you're talking about.
Oh God, did you know? He's a Mike.
Did you know?
Yeah, he's told the story before.
Yeah. Drastically different, probably not. But
you still think you would have got together if he told you beforehand, like, because the situation you find yourself in is almost identical, just from a different perspective.
Oh yeah.
She was still pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't know for a period of time, right?
Yeah, she didn't tell me immediately either.
Yeah.
But it's different when.
I think we probably would have still. I think we probably still would have got together, but I think it would have been on different terms. Yeah. Like, because when we established our relationship, it was like 2 weeks after she had dropped.
That she was pregnant at all, or pregnant, or she just?
No, like we were dealing with each other for a month, right? She was pregnant the whole time. I didn't know that. He told me.
Like 9 months pregnant.
Yeah, when he told me, she went into labor 2 days later. Like, so I probably we might have still got together, but I probably would have given him space to be a father. Not that I didn't do that, but like I probably would have said like, you need to figure out what y'all's dynamic looks like, because I feel like it was a lot of pressure on him to be in like the honeymoon phase of our relationship and still try to navigate what fatherhood looked like for him, and that's a lot. Yeah. Being a father is a lot, and then having the extra stress of like, this is a new relationship. I still got to make her. And he had said that to me, like in the beginning. I wanted to make sure you knew that I could do both. Like I can be a dad and I can be your man, and one might overlap the other, but like I had to mentally like understand that there are going to be times, and nobody can plan for this shit. Like there are going to be times he's going to have to pick his son.
It is very hard.
And I had to be okay with that. And initially I wasn't. Like, I don't know if he's gonna feel some type of way for me telling the story, but I'm telling anyway.
His name's Luke now, so it's not
No, I'm just talking about the story. The story, yeah. So, we started talking. We had been messing around for like a month. We talked for like 2 weeks before we like seen each other. We went on a couple dates. It was great. He spent a couple nights. It was great. I took him to Baltimore to meet my best friend.
Shania's met him in person.
Mm-hmm. I hand delivered.
Oh.
Man. So yeah, we went down for the 4th of July. And to me, like, that was the stamp. Like, I needed her to see him, meet him, her family to see him, and meet him. On the ride back, I'll never forget this shit. On the ride back, he keeps turning the music down. And I'm like, you good? So I'm still drunk from the night before. And I'm like, you good? He's like, I'm just trying to make sure my car sound okay. Like, we just did a long drive or whatever. He keeps doing that throughout the ride. And also telling me not to fall asleep. Like, I'm hungover. Like, I want to go to sleep. He's like, don't go to sleep. Like, I wasn't thinking nothing of it until 30 minutes before we pull up in Pittsburgh. This motherfucker turned the music down. He's like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what the fuck is he about to tell me? Like, he's like, yeah,
I got a baby.
I got a baby on the way.
Yeah.
I was like,
Straight like that.
Oh, fuck. I was like, nah, where the cameras at?
Ashton Kutcher right now. Come out from the cameras, please.
And so, first of all, I was pissed because there was a whole 30 minutes before we was about to pull up at my house. I was mad as fuck about that. And then I was like, I felt some time away. Like, why didn't you say that to me sooner? Like, why you wait until I take you all the way down to meet my best friend? Who's like, essentially, that's my family. Like, I didn't take you to meet my family. And so my initial response was, it's a wrap. I don't got nothing to say. We don't. He literally dropped me off, carried my bag into the house, and left, and I didn't speak to him for like 2 days. Because I just was like, I felt like, I'm a firm believer in, like, omission is still a lie. So, you lied to me about the situation. And I don't know if I can get over that.
Yeah. I mean, I've obviously heard this story before. But,
it was fuck that nigga for like 3 days straight.
Yeah. I think I got my nails done, like, right after this happened. And she told me
bitch,
this story.
he got a fucking baby.
And I was like, my mouth. I was like.
And so, stereotypical, like, baby mom, baby dad situation, if he under one, he ain't done. So, I'm hearing him say, I have a baby on the way. Literally, we're on the way home. Not even 48 hours after this conversation I had with him, she goes into labor. God works in mysterious ways, y'all.
Don't he?
So he tells me he has a baby on the way and she has the baby. And so now it's no longer like hypothetical. Like, am I still going to deal with this man? There is a baby on the way. Like,
There's a baby here.
There's a baby here. And so we had a conversation and he essentially just said to me, like, you are the first person that I've dealt with outside of her. And I didn't know how to approach the situation. Because of the stereotype. And, like, I feel that. Because I feel like if he would have told me in the beginning, I probably would have been like, alright, this ain't going to work.
Yeah, you probably would have just spun him.
Yikes.
No shade.
Bye.
And that's why I was honest. I've always been honest.
I feel like it's different for you, though. You have a whole, like, she's a human at this point.
Yeah. And I agree. I'm also sitting in a seat where my baby she's a toddler. She's not a baby anymore. So it's like she's up, she's aware, she's talking, like she knows who you are, she knows if she likes you or not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more so like, I got a baby, now what? You know? And I'm also going to say on the other side of it, from my experience, men haven't really given a fuck like that. So it's just been like, you got a baby, now what?
Because I think that the dynamic between men and the dynamic between women are two completely different dynamics. I think men are able to level and have conversations way easier than women are.
Well, I don't even know if it's just the conversations that you can have. Like, do you mean like with the other parent, or do you just mean? Oh, okay.
Like, your baby dad and your man have had like 4 conversations that I know about.
It's like 2.
I feel like it's more than that.
Like, it feels like 4.
No, I feel like it's
It's
been
been
more
like
than
probably like 2 or 3.
But even still, like, they're able to have conversations and then not go straight to disrespect.
Yeah, it's not like fuck you, nigga. I'll see you in the street.
Facts.
But
I feel like
on my boyfriend's
females, it's always like, I'll whoop your fucking ass.
I don't agree. I feel like for women, I feel like men don't carry the same kind of insecurity. Like, a nigga's not immediately thinking, like, you're fucking that nigga still. And if he does immediately think that, he treats you accordingly. He doesn't, like,
if me and my nigga's child's mother ever have a conversation, I'm asking her when the last time they fucked was. And if it don't match up with him, I'm punching him in his mouth.
Even if it was years ago?
Hell yeah.
Even if it was, like, he told you they didn't fuck, they say they broke up in April, and he said, we haven't fucked since February. And she said they fucked in March. You would be mad.
Hell yeah.
Mine just was a year and a half ago.
I don't give a fuck. Because that was a question I asked him. So, alright, we have this ride. He tells me 30 minutes before we're in, mind you, the whole ride home was silence. I didn't even know what the fuck to say. He drops me off. We have a conversation a few days after that. I had a list of questions. When's the last time y'all had sex? Is the relationship really over? Because don't be in my face pretending like you want something with me and you really want your family. What is the relationship? What is the dynamic? I had like a long ass list of questions. I was asking him, like, it was like 21 questions. Except he wasn't asking me nothing back. And he answered all of them.
I respect it.
So now I need to, because I have seen very similar situations to this, and the man is making it seem like, oh, it's this, it's that, it's that, and he talked to the woman.
It's something totally different.
What? We actually fucked last week. What you talking about? Now I'm punching you and him in the mouth.
Does this make me sinister? Whatever he told you, I'm going with.
Oh, I'm going with it until I have no reason to believe. But then
no, I'm saying, like, as the baby mom, like, whatever you tell me he told you is what I'm
not going to tell you. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not giving you no information. When's the last time y'all had sex? Okay. Do he be over here pretending that y'all gonna get back together? And if so, when's the last time?
So he came over here to play house with you.
Okay. Y'all be playing house? He be trying to spend the night?
Imagine. We don't ever.
He want to come over here to see you, or
so
or
all
he
the
going to see
bitches
his
that my
son?
baby daddy is talking to right now, from the horse's mouth, he don't play house at my house because my man play house at my house. Sorry.
I'm screaming.
I don't know nothing about that.
Do you think that dating with children is easy?
Hell no. Hell no. Hard ain't even a word, if we're being completely honest. Difficult is cutting it pretty close.
Yeah.
But no, it's not easy. Especially when you're dating somebody that is mature as you. Like, I have a partner that is intellectually on my level. So he has questions that grown people ask me that I don't have the answer to. So I just kind of try to be as transparent and patient as possible. And I also try to relate to him that, you know, this is my first time.
Yeah.
Like, just like it's your first time dating somebody with a kid, it's my first time dating seriously with one.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you can't really look at me and be like, oh, you talked to, you know, 2 other niggas before me, you should know. I'm like, no, because with the niggas I talked to, I never planned on them being around my kid at all.
Yeah.
Like, it was wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Truly.
Yeah. I feel like I always just be feeling like, that's such a big part of your life that I'm not a part of. And I said that earlier, but like that, I think that's the hardest part about dating with children. Like, there are 2 people outside of you that get to decide when that happens. Mm-hmm. And you don't have no hand in it. No. So if she say, wait till the baby is fucking talking, I gotta wait till that motherfucker 4. 3
probably, yeah. Another 2 years. But at what point does your boyfriend advocate for you? Because, not saying that I ever had to really advocate for my man. He's never, like, begged me. Well, I'm lying. He did at some point, around, like, month 2, started asking me, like, so, I don't ever be around your kid. Mm-hmm. Like, is that on purpose?
That's early.
It is early. And I was honest. I'm like, I'm just, you know, I'm getting ready. Because I there's never been another. You would be the first man
Right.
to truly be around her. So coming up on month 5, he just now started to see her and spend time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not even super intimate. Like, it's very quick.
Yeah.
Very, like, hour and a half max.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I feel like in my situation, he just don't want to shake the room.
No, that's really what it is, and I agree.
And I think when you're, like, because you're the mom, you have...
I'm the shaker.
Yeah. You get to make a lot of the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So, he could very well be like, I'm coming to pick my son up, pick him up, and then me, him, and the baby go do something.
Yeah,
but he don't want that. Yeah, he don't want no aftermath. Like, he's trying to respect her and how she feels about the situation, which I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I told him when we got together, I said, I don't want to be around your baby until your baby mama's okay with it.
And I respect
because
that.
I don't ever want her to be like, oh, you had that bitch around my baby, and I don't even know that bitch. No. Sissy, want to talk to me? My number is 412. Facts. You can call me. You can beat me anytime you want to reach
my
me.
My Instagram, my Facebook.
What Kim Possible say? I don't got time for that.
Me if you want to reach me.
But I never wanted to start off on a foot of disrespect. So I don't never want her to feel disrespected. I don't never want her to feel like I'm trying to take her place. I don't never want her to feel like I'm trying to parent her child. When it comes to discipline, hey,
your son,
come get your son.
Shit over. I'm gonna send you a bill.
Your son didn't broke a vase. You or your child's father need to figure this shit the fuck out. I don't know.
The bill is period. No, seriously.
I never, like, that's not my responsibility.
And my boyfriend said it to me. Like,
and it's,
you know how Mia get. Like, Sissy throw real tantrums, like real ones. And he has come to me like, I can't even believe that your baby father thinks that I would want to take this on. Like, I would just want to X him out completely and take full responsibility for this kid because, like, I'm about to pull my hair out.
I had a very interesting conversation with, like, a mentor of mine. I was telling him about the situation. Now, he is a white man, but he's a teacher. He's taught black kids his whole life. So he doesn't identify as white. It's very funny. So I'm telling him about the situation. Like, we catch up. Like, we chop it up. Then I'm telling him about the situation. He says, so are you going to just be Miss Miracle or are you going to be Auntie Miracle?
Yeah. Because, you know, my dad tried to do the whole Miss Candace thing, but it's just Candace.
Yeah. Right. I said, that little baby can call me whatever he wants.
He might end up being Auntie just because all the kids call you Auntie.
I would never, on some, like, real conniving, sneaky shit, be like, you're going to call me Mom. That's fucking weird. I'm your mother.
I wouldn't even feel comfortable. Like, if I was a stepmom.
When you're over here, you call me Mom.
Right. Like, but what's crazy, and I feel like this will happen to my boyfriend eventually. His
name is hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. My name is also hard to say.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But she might end up calling him Dad just because she likes him. Mm-hmm. And because
she's young.
She's going to make that connection. Like, he's here every day. He's playing with me. We eat breakfast together. Like, that's Dad. Mm-hmm. And then she'll still call her Dad Father, of course, but he'll be Daddy number 2. Yeah. And now sitting in this seat as her mother, do I stop her? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm only stopping her because it's making you feel some way. Mm-hmm. It's not making... Now, if my man feels some way, that's something totally different. If you both aren't feeling it, then I'm going to be like, okay, let's find a different nickname.
I feel like Auntie is just what the kids call me.
Yeah, you're Auntie.
I wouldn't even, like, this is what you call me. Like, you know, like,
as
call
a parent,
me this.
But as the parent, like, I even have asked him, like, what do you want to be called? And he just looks at me like a deer in headlights. Yeah. I don't know.
Because that's a question that you don't think of.
Yeah. And she's talking, so you got to figure it out. Because she's just going to start pulling shit out of her ass soon.
Yeah, I don't know. My best friend just recently started dating a wonderful, wonderful woman.
We love her on this podcast.
We love both of them.
Shout out to Shania and her girlfriend. I don't know her girlfriend's name.
Her name is Kai.
Hi, Kai.
Kai just got her certification to be a yoga instructor, so congratulations to you, babe.
Round of applause.
But y'all be like, where's Sky? Like, they'd be like, why is she not with us? Like, he loves her at this point. And so I really just feel like I'm not going to feel that way. I could be Miracle.
No shade. When did Shania introduce Jai to?
So, I don't know if she is okay with me telling her love story, but I'm gonna tell her anyway. They met a year ago, and they had been like in conversation, and it was like, we know we like each other, but like maybe not right now, and so they've known each other for a really long time, and officially, like they were officially in a relationship in June, probably like 3 weeks after that, she introduced the baby to him. Okay. But I think that has to do with her already knowing her. Yeah. So, also lesbians, but really fast.
They're gonna move in next year.
You heard it here first, folks. They're gonna be married by this time next year.
September of 2024.
Fuck it. It's not even gonna be September. It's gonna be June. But on some real shit, I had that.
Let's fix the mic.
Yeah, give me a second, please, guys. Fix it, Jesus. I actually had that conversation with her. I was like, how did you know? And she pretty much was like, if she cannot interact with my child, like, there's nothing for us to do.
Yeah.
My child don't. And he's at an age where he can listen. We get on the phone. 3, right? Yeah, he just turned 3. We will get on the phone and he'd be like, I don't want to talk to Ani today. Like, respectfully, fuck that bitch. Like, I'd be like, hi, nephew. He'd be like, He'll turn around and I'd be like, okay. So he is very able to like read people and he knows who he wants to deal with. And so she just was like, if my son is not comfortable around you, then there's nothing else for us to do.
And I also feel like that was a good gauge.
Yeah.
Like Amia has never been, fuck that nigga. Yeah. It's been like, I don't know you, so I'm gonna keep my distance. But she's always kind of been like interested.
But I also feel like he is very much the kid. Like if you're on FaceTime, he's getting in the camera. He don't care who the fuck it is. Yeah, we be on the phone. He'd be like, "Who's that?" Oh, that's my honey. All right. He'll walk away. But so for her, it was really important for them to be able to have some type of like baseline. And the fact that like after their first meetup, he was just like, "Okay, but where's God? She not coming home with us? We not going home with her? Why?"
That would like warm me up. Mm-hmm. Like my 1-year-old is talking, but she's not making sentences yet.
Oh, bitch, it's fuck Ani all day. If Kai's in the room and I'm on the phone, he don't give a fuck about me. He'd be like, "What's up, Ani?" Anyways, you like it's fucked up. I'd be like, "Bro, you just met her. Like, what about me? I've been there since you was born.
I'm your Ani."
Like, fuck. He'd be like, "Girl, fuck you, Kai. What are we wearing today?"
Literally.
But it also warms my heart too, because I want to see my friend happy at the end of the day. So like, she's doing what she needs to do, and they make each other happy, and my nephew enjoys her space. Like, I love it.
Yeah, and it definitely makes it easier to love him. Mm-hmm. That Amia is not like screaming her head off in his presence.
Oh yeah.
Like she's screaming, but she's not screaming because of him.
Mm-hmm. I feel like kids pick up on energy too, though. That's a thing.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe that, like, if you sit your baby around somebody and they instantly start crying, run.
It's a wrap. If she had hated him, we would not be together.
What would that look like for you, though?
If she hated him?
Yeah.
And I loved him, we would be fucking around.
Not in
until I was done fucking around with him.
Yeah, I feel that.
No shade, but we can't get married if my baby don't love you. I'm not gonna force her to love anybody.
Yeah. I feel that. I think that's something that I'm scared of too.
So I think he's gonna love you. I have no doubt in my brain that your man's son is going to like fall in love with you. I just think it's just gonna be so instant. It's gonna make her sick. That's what's gonna make her hate you for real. That like her son is with you too. Mm. And when he does, if she really does,
I feel like even now though, like he goes to visit, and I feel like he tries to keep it private. I want to know shit. Like, what was he doing? Is he bigger? Like, what size is he now? Like, let me see what he looked like today. Like, I want to know all that shit. It's interesting to me. Cause I'll never forget, like, there was a point in time where, like, they were at odds. So, like, he didn't really go over there as much as he wanted to. And he went over there this one time, and he came back, and he was like, that motherfucker grew like 3 inches. And he's like a whole human. He's watching TV, like, it's fucking crazy. And I'm like, tell me more. Tell me more. Did you take a picture? Let me see. What do you look like today? What do you have on? Like, I want to know.
And I wish that, like, we could I would sit down with Fate about it, because I want to know how that makes him feel.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does it make him feel for you to be so interested in his child? You know?
I feel like I try to, like, dumb it down. Because I don't want him to feel like, damn, she's so interested and I can't. Or not that I can't, but I'm trying to keep it respectful.
You're making it hard, because I'm falling in love with how in love you are with my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I already feel some type of love for him. Just because you're my man's kid. Just offer it.
And I'm actually going to go home and have that conversation with my boyfriend today. Like, sit down. Like, what are you feeling? Because I can see with my eyes that he's falling in love with her. And it's like he's trying not to.
Yeah. You can't. Until you can. That, I feel like that don't make no sense, but it makes sense in my mind.
No, it absolutely makes sense, because you want to fall in love with the baby, but once you fall in love with the baby, everything is around.
I fall in love with people's baby on the internet. I got so many fucking Facebook nieces and nephews. I'd be like, oh, nephew, happy birthday. Never met that kid in a fucking day of my life. Like, what do you need? Happy birthday. But that's how I am about kids. So, like, it's so hard to, like, dial it back.
Yeah.
Because this is somebody that I'd lay next to.
He loves kids, but he's not as out loud as you are.
Oh, I fucking
so
love kids.
I know he loves kids because
I tell my friends all the time, if you get pregnant and you don't want it,
she's lying like shit.
I will take that baby.
And she
Just
actually
carry it. I'll take the baby.
What's fucked up about it is we discussed a schedule, and this bitch ain't picked the baby up once.
Pause. Things got a little hard, okay? Ani can't be a present Ani if Ani is depressed, okay? I wasn't signing your baby up for that. Bitch.
I'm not hearing it.
Anywho. I'll be there to pick her up on Thursday.
We had talking points. We fucking threw them talking points in the trash.
We did. What else? We talked about
the one that I really do want. There's 2 that I really do want to talk about. Well, 3.
Okay.
I think we should do the last 3.
Okay.
The second one we've already talked about. Being a single parent on purpose is fucking stupid.
Okay. If you are intentionally trying to be a single parent.
Tomato. Bitch, you're stupid.
Yeah,
Anyways, the importance of fatherhood. Now, me and you have interesting relationships with sperm donor and my father. Do you have a certain level of respect for your boyfriend because he's a father?
Absolutely.
And how do you give him room within your relationship to do that?
I think that part of the reason that I love him is because of how much it hurts him to not be as present as he wants to. Like, that's what he wants to do. And that is so important to me in like, how I want to raise my children, and to know that that's something that he already possesses contributes to why I love him.
Big box to check.
Yes. In terms of how I give him
the glasses. Reese is like a fucking show back here. Seriously, it's so hard to focus.
They look good on him. It matches the fit and everything.
It does.
But in terms of how I give him the room in our relationship, I never fault him for having to choose his son. There have been multiple times where, like, we have made plans or have had, something to do, and something has came up with his son, and he has to go take care of that, and I can't get mad at it. You gotta do what you gotta do. It being last minute might be a little annoying, but at the end of the day, you're a dad first. So, fuck it. Like, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I mean, like I said already, I give Amia's father the respect of that because he does it very well. To whatever his extent is. I'm not gonna call him the best dad in the world. There are some fathers who do more. There are some fathers who do less. But within what he has committed to, he stays committed to his commitment. So that's all I can do is respect it. In terms of my boyfriend and stepfatherhood / his desire for real fatherhood, not real father, I won't say like that, but biological fatherhood. I appreciate how respectful he is.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine what it's like to love a kid that's not yours. And to like be in love.
I have to open this door. It's hot as fucking here. I'm sorry.
I can't. And the fan, I think, is dead. No, not
It
dead.
is. But I'm gonna just open it. Hopefully we don't hear the fan outside. But
sorry, guys.
We can't hear me. It shouldn't hear it.
yeah. Hopefully you feel how cool the air is coming in.
No, can you feel it?
Shit.
You don't feel anything?
Tell her again.
Oh, maybe it's the fan. I'm like, I don't feel that shit.
Do you want to close it? Do you want to keep the fan on?
No, it's cool.
Okay.
Like, we need to circulate this shit anyway.
Yes.
Hot as fucking here.
The lights, y'all. I'm telling you, it makes it like 100% hotter in here.
Anyway.
But yeah, he has a desire for biological fatherhood. But like I said, there's a certain part of my heart that bleeds for him.
Yeah.
Because he loves her. And I can tell that he loves her, but he can't love her the way he wants to.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. So I feel like we have to make room for step-parents.
Yeah.
We have to make room. Especially when they want to be step-parents. Like, forcing people to be step-parents is a totally different conversation. We're talking about people who want to be involved.
I feel like we say all the time, oh, it takes a village, But
We
people
don't
want to
let the
pick and
village
choose
do the
their village.
villaging.
Yeah, facts.
Let the village
If this was me, bitch, come get this fucking baby.
Baby. Bro, I promise you, if my baby father finds a good woman, she's never going to be me. Let's be real. But if she has a good head on her shoulders and she can take care of the baby, when are you coming to pick her up?
Hey, stepmama, come get this fucking baby, please.
Matter of fact, I got something to do this day. What's your schedule look like? Sissy, can you come get her? I'll drop her off the next day. Anything.
Literally.
I'm so willing, ready, and able to pack that baby bag.
That's the shit that I be wanting. Like, let me come get the baby, please. I'm trying to live vicariously through you. I'm not trying to pop no kids on my coochie yet. Let me come get your baby. Go take a nap or something.
Yeah.
I'll bring him back.
Fuck it.
What was the other talking point that you wanted to hit?
Generational influence on single parenthood. So, our elders were very negative on being a single parent. But the way that I'm experiencing our generation in single parenthood, like, how is that correlated? Because there are not so many, but there are women who are choosing single parenthood. Do your OGs not say nothing? Do you not get...
My OGs tell me not to have a baby until I'm married. Period.
They told me to wait even after marriage. Just, take a year or two to be a married couple and then think about it.
Yeah.
They didn't even say pop baby out. They said think about it.
I've heard that too. But I also have OGs that are like, I've had a couple scares. And I'm like, damn. And they'd be like, what, you pregnant? And I'd be like, I might be. And they'd be like, fuck it. It is what it is. So, I mean, I think it's just personal preference. I don't necessarily feel pressure from the people around me to like hurry up and get married or not be a single parent. I think the narrative is it's way harder.
Yeah.
So like don't intentionally put yourself in that situation, but if it happens, it happens.
Right. And that's the same conversation I was having. Like, don't try not to have no babies with nobody that, you don't plan on being with forever.
Right.
But if you happen to not get knocked up and you gotta do it by yourself, you got a village.
Yeah, you be alright. Yeah.
But
I also like the OGs that be saying like don't do it intentionally are waiting for grandchildren. So it's like
yeah, but they've also been in the position that they're telling you not to get in. So I'm trying to figure out what position are these females who are choosing single parenthood. Like, what are your OGs doing? Like,
their OGs be single parents. I feel like their OGs be single parents that made it through. That if you just so happen to become a single parent, I'm gonna pull you through that shit because I went through it. Why would you promote that? I don't think it's necessarily a promotion. I think it's just like you figure it the fuck out.
But not even that. But I'm just okay to make it more personal. Your boyfriend's baby mom, you've told me like the women around her rally around her when she does interesting things. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if there's a man involved that wants to be involved, why stand in the middle of that?
Because you don't know what she's telling him.
Okay.
So I always err on the side of like, they don't owe him no loyalty.
But what about the baby though? Like, that has nothing to do with the
Bro,
nigga.
you don't know what the fuck she's saying to them.
I couldn't get with it.
Like, and I don't know what this conversation looks like, but the situation could very well be she's like, oh, I don't trust him because of XYZ. When he was over here, he didn't know how to clean a bottle. And like, oh, nah, you can't send that baby over there if you don't know how to clean a bottle.
Why not just teach him how to clean? No shade, but like, I'm just saying, like, if the nigga want to be involved, give him the tools to be involved.
Okay. I'm not speaking of their specific situation, but I know situations where not only is the baby mom bitter, but the grandma's bitter and the great-great-grandma's bitter.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
So, like, if y'all you got the baby in a house full of bitter-ass women, you're never going to be okay. The situation is never going to be you have a present father who wants to be a father. It's going to be fuck that nigga till forever.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, at what point, as the third woman of the generation of fuck that nigga, do you take a step back and be like,
there's a level of maturity that needs to go into that people don't be having.
Okay.
Because for me, it's a no-brainer. If I have a man who is present and wants to be a father,
I don't give a fuck if this nigga was an ex-con. If that nigga want to pick up his son and he got a safe place to take him, I'm letting him go. Bring that nigga back when you say you can bring him back, though. But you can take him.
I feel like, I'm obviously not in that situation. I don't have no kids. I don't, know what that feels like. Had I have been in that situation, until you prove me wrong, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt every single time. So you're going to be able to come get your kid. Yeah. If I tell you to bring that baby back at 7 and you don't bring him back till 9, now.
Exactly.
We got a little problem.
Because you're playing with my trust. And
exactly.
I'm already giving you the benefit of the doubt. Don't fucking play with me.
Exactly.
I agree.
So I think that in those situations, I don't necessarily feel like people are picking or choosing to be single mothers. I think that they just be raised by people that are hurt and they have heard a lot of bullshit and they be trying to shield their baby from it. But in shielding your baby from the bullshit, you're also shielding them from a relationship with the other parent. I agree. Because dads do it too. Like single fathers do it as well.
Yeah.
But
that bitch don't ever let me come get my son. Mm-hmm. Fuck that bitch.
But you could just go pick the baby up.
You could be outside the door. Knocking.
Pick that baby up and leave. Because what you want to do, call the police on you?
It's not kidnapping.
No, that's your baby, bro. Your name on a birth certificate?
My last thing was birth control. And I have a question mark next to it.
Okay.
Because me and you are both on birth control as a parent and as a partner.
Yeah.
But at what point do you see yourself not being on birth control anymore?
Let me tell you something. At 21, I had them insert an IUD into my uterus for about 6 years. Whenever that shit runs out, I'm not taking you on birth control.
She said, fuck it.
I've been on birth control since I was 16.
Okay.
So, after this IUD, I just better be a wife, because I'll be a fertile myrtle. I'm going to be popping them out. Listen, I'm not getting
He's still shooting the club up after you take us out? You not going?
That depends. Am I a wife yet, or no? No, he's not shooting the club up.
Okay, so if you take your birth control out, is it condoms or pull out? Exactly. And that there is the face.
You gotta X me about 3 years.
Accidentally positive.
I don't like condom sex, so.
It feels like paper towels.
I don't want to have sex with condoms, but pull out game don't be strong. So.
Imagine.
Niggas be wanting to. Listen, niggas be claiming they pull out game is strong until they in it.
Yeah. If the coochie is good, it's a wrap, nigga.
Am I?
And then I'm a come at me type. You know what? Moving on.
Let me just ball my lips up. Ball them up.
Sidebar. I was watching the clip on Instagram, and they were on the podcast, and the girls was talking hot shit about like the pull out and the nutting and me type situation, and not having illegitimate babies. I don't know what the topic was, but one of the other men sitting around in the podcast was like, You know how bitches get pregnant on accident? Y'all be riding talking about some come at me, and then the bitches got silent. They had nothing to say.
I don't think I've ever vocally told a man not me.
What's my inspiration?
Like, yeah, not me, woohoo, not me. Nah. Come at me?
Come in me is better. Nut in me is a word.
I've never said nut in me.
Yeah,
I have never said come in me. Come in me?
I need an inspirational quote, Reese.
That's a given. If we're having sex, it's a given. Cause you're not about to fucking whatchamacallit, Debbie cake me. You're not going fucking nut on my back. That's not a thing.
We're gonna save that for.
Do not nut on my back and then go get me a fucking towel after. That's not a thing.
Then I'm stuck in this position.
I'm a lady. I'm a Twinkie all day.
Not a lady.
Yeah. Soon come, guys. We'll be talking about.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble.
We'll be talking about the dude
Y'all gonna get me in trouble, y'all.
later
For
on.
real, y'all gonna get me in trouble. I need an inspirational quote, y'all.
Oh, I was supposed to be getting my book. Hold on. I got one.
I need, fuck. What, has Michelle Obama done any interviews lately?
Now I'm cracking up.
Okay,
Okay, so I just started reading Hood Feminism. And I be tabbing my book, so hold on.
She's a tabber, you guys.
Alright, so this is actually in.
You know what? I should have brought the book that I'm reading from your house, because that has some quotable shit in it. But I just cannot. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I don't know if this is the one I want to use. Okay, I'm going to use this. Okay. I think this is a great book so far. I'm on page like 40 something. It's a great book. But this like segment says, I'm not ashamed of where I came from. The hood taught me that feminism isn't just an academic theory. It is a matter of saying the right words at the right time. Feminism is the work that you do and the people that you do it for, no matter for who matter more than anything else.
Wow.
I thought that was deep. Definitely not ashamed of where I come from. But I think one thing about this book that I appreciate is that I don't want to say attacks, but like definitely pokes fun at like society's idea of feminism.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the first chapter talks about how like feminism is for white women.
Yeah.
So
and that's something you can Google. That's not
definitely a good read. If you need to see what the book looks like, this is a great book.
That is our book recommendation of the week.
It's a great book. When I finish it, I'll tell you how I feel. I got some time, but
so my inspirational quote is brought to you by Angela Davis, my favorite Black Panther in the whole world. And I'm only choosing her because I just recently had a conversation with my man. I'm very pro-Black. I told you guys before. Me and Angela Davis would have been very close friends. But her quote is, I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. And I am taking that absolutely to heart. I feel like in my young adulthood and my young motherhood, there's been so many things thrown at me in my life that, you know, I've just kind of had to swallow. And I'm starting to gain more control over it to, like, modify my life the way I want it to look. So I've definitely taken that with me.
Cozy.
Well,
finish that shit. Mickey.
Is it Mickey?
Kindle. Mickey Kindle. Mikki, and then Kindle. You want to read it?
No, I was making sure you said for that.
Oh, okay.
Reese is making sure that y'all.
He's such a good man. He said, "Give them the title and the author."
Title and the author. Make sure they know where to give it at.
We're making sure Linique finishes her wine.
You guys suck.
Because she didn't finish it last episode, so go ahead.
She's on my ass.
Absolutely.
Like white on fucking right.
I live. My address is 261.
The Coca-Cola Polar Bear.
261 Linique's Ass Avenue is where I live. So go on and finish that shit. It's a swig.
She stole my joke. She stole it. You guys don't even know.
I repurposed it. Go on ahead. Oh, kill him.
It's been real. I love you guys.
It's been
so much.
fun. Gotta run, guys.